I nearly died on an operating table, yet my family stayed at my sister's engagement party. Months later, when they needed me, I was already gone. The pain started 4 months before that Thursday. Sharp aches in my stomach that I blamed on stress from my marketing job. My doctor ordered an ultrasound that showed something concerning with my appendix, but the specialist couldn't see me for 4 weeks. If the pain becomes intolerable, go to the emergency room, she'd said. Sophie's engagement gala was December 1st. My parents had spent 7 months planning it like a royal wedding. Botanical garden venue, live orchestra, designer dress. The morning of the gala, I woke at 5 a.m. in agony. I called in sick and spent the day curled on my couch with a heating pad. Around 3 p.m., Mom called. Julia, please tell me you're getting ready. Mom, I'm really not feeling well. I might have to miss tonight. The silence stretched forever. You're joking. This is your sister's engagement gala. She's been planning for months. I'm in a lot of pain. You've always been overly dramatic about being sick. Take some Tylenol and pull yourself together. Don't embarrass us. By 6 p.m., I'd convinced myself I could make it. Every bump in the rideshare sent spikes of pain through my torso. I made it through family photos. Made it through the first hour. Around 9, I found Mom near the bar. Mom, I need to go home. Something is really wrong. She stared with barely concealed annoyance. We haven't even done the toasts yet. Can you hold on? I don't think I can. Then sit somewhere quiet. There's a bench in the orchid room, but you absolutely cannot leave until Sophie cuts the cake. Around 9:15, something exploded inside me. I tried to stand and immediately fell. Fragments. Cold tile against my cheek. Someone screaming, being lifted onto a stretcher. One of Sophie's friends later described the scene. I'd been lying in a pool of blood. My champagne dress turned crimson. My parents stood there looking annoyed at the disruption. I was rushed to Massachusetts General, where doctors discovered my appendix had been leaking for days. Emergency surgery. 5 hours. I flatlined twice. The surgeon told my boyfriend Ethan I'd come within minutes of dying. My family stayed at the party. After the ambulance left, they continued. Toast made, cake cut, orchestra played until midnight. None of them came to the hospital that night. I woke 40 hours later in the ICU. Ethan had been sleeping beside my bed. My parents visited day 3. Mom carried cheap flowers. Thank God you're all right. Dad stood by the door, uncomfortable. You didn't come, I said. I almost died and you didn't come. The doctors said you were in surgery and there was nothing we could do, Mom replied. Seemed more practical to stay with Sophie. She was quite upset. Something inside me fractured completely. I need you both to leave. Sophie texted 4 days later. Glad you're okay. Sorry the timing was so awful. Not sorry I almost died. Sorry about the timing. 9 days later, Mom called. Your father and I think you owe Sophie an apology. Her gala ended up being about you and your medical drama. I was dying, Mom. You've always had to make everything about you. I changed my number in January, moved apartments in February, blocked them all. By March, I'd vanished. 9 months passed. I was at a conference when I ran into one of James's cousins. I hope your father recovers quickly. I'm sorry, what happened? Her face fell. Your father had a heart attack 3 days ago. He's at Mount Auburn Hospital. They tried to reach me, but I'd blocked all their numbers. I stayed in New York, found an article saying he was stable. In September, Sophie appeared at my restaurant table. Where the hell have you been? Dad had a heart attack and you couldn't even visit. I almost died, Sophie, while you were eating cake. We didn't know how serious it was. I flatlined twice. No one came to the hospital that night. 3 months later, my doorman called. My mother was in the lobby, crying. I let her up. She looked smaller, older. It's your father. Another episode. They don't think he has much time. He's asking for you. That night when I was dying, why didn't you come to the hospital? The doctor said you were in surgery. You could have been there when I woke up. You could have canceled the party. We did care, but Sophie needed us too. The gala was more important than me. You're holding a grudge. Your father is dying. Can you really live with yourself if you don't say goodbye? I thought about that question. The answer was clear. I walked her to the door and told her I'd already said goodbye the night I woke up alone in that hospital room, realizing none of them had cared enough to be there. Dad died 3 days later without ever seeing me again.